What's up, everybody? Today I want to talk about things that I wish I had known prior to through hiking. So let's get to it. Alright, number one, lightweight gear is worth it. It is worth the cost. If you can afford ultralight gear, do it. Your body will love you for it. Because not only is heavy gear weighing you down and beating up your body, your joints, your knees, whatever, you know, I'm young, I'm spry, it doesn't matter. No, your body will feel it in the long run, I'm telling you. So try to get that base weight down. Try to get that pack weight down. And also, if your pack is lighter on trail, you're gonna end up enjoying your hike more. Those tough uphill climbs aren't going to be so tough because you're not a freaking mule climbing up the mountain. Alright, number two, don't feel pressured to do anything. Don't feel pressured by people on trail. Don't feel pressured by people off trail, especially off trail. Because a lot of people, I feel like they'll tell all their friends and family, oh, I'm through hiking the Appalachian Trail, and then they build this big head game up around it, you know, so if something happens and they don't succeed, then, oh, I'm a huge disappointment and a failure to everybody, and then you regret it for the rest of your life and whatever. No. Set out with the goal to, yeah, I'm going to try to hike it. If it doesn't work out, hey, it doesn't work out. No big deal, because all that's gonna do is give you a complex, and you don't need that shit, because out there it's hard enough. You're like, oh great, I just walked in the rain for 3 days straight, all my clothes are wet, I've been waking up freezing, putting on wet clothes every day. That's what you need to be focused on. Focus on that next cheeseburger you're gonna get. Don't focus on, oh, what does my dad think back home, you know, because you don't need it. You don't need it. So don't let people pressure you into doing things. And with that, that goes for people on trail as well. If somebody's hiking slower than you or faster than you, don't feel obligated to keep that pace. Unless it's a significant other, then that's cool. But if somebody's, you know, oh, I made a friend on trail and they're hiking 20 straight out the gate, and you're like, oh, I could do this, and your body's getting destroyed doing that, listen to your body. You know, it's the long run. You got to play it week by week, day by day, step by step. Another thing regarding pressure, I would say, is money. A lot of people feel, because they've created this whole world around them that, oh, everybody's counting on me to do this, is that the finances end up getting the best of them. And a lot of people don't really plan as well as they thought they should for that, and end up letting that become a huge worry. So definitely don't, if you can't afford to do it, just don't do it. Listen to your intuition, because at the end of the day, when you're off trail, you're gonna just be kicking yourself. Why did I do that? Why did I spend the extra $2,000 when I could have just called it a year, been okay when I got back to civilization, and then just continued on next year? You know, so don't let money pressure you to do anything either. If you can't afford it, whatever. Learn how to budget or just go home. It's not worth beating yourself up over. Another thing I would recommend is take more pictures of people, okay? Because a lot of people go out there and they want to take beautiful vista pictures or nature shots, wildlife. Yeah, that's all fine and dandy. But the thing is that it's the people that you're going to remember more than anything else. Out of the, you know, all the shelters and landmarks and mountains and what have you that I've been to, the one thing that I remember are the times that I shared with people at those locations more than anything. So whether it be, you know, 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, 10 years, whatever down the road, you're going to look at those pictures that you have and it's just going to bring a smile to your face, because even if it wasn't a great time at that point, even if you were freaking miserable and grumpy in the picture, you'll look back at it later and be like, oh man, that was, you know, that was a rough time, and you'll get a laugh out of it. So definitely take more pictures of people. And I would say, even if you're not a real social person, try to be a part of the community. There's a lot of great people out there. You know, if the party scene isn't your scene, there's plenty of other people out there that are just like you, that don't want to get drunk every day. So, you know, just find your crew, find your bubble, and, you know, stick with it. And yeah, take a lot of pictures with them, because you'll definitely appreciate it when you're done with your hike. Another thing, I would say, take trail zeros. If you're like, you know, say you're in town and you've got 3 days until the next town, you know, bring out 4 days worth of food and just take a day off on trail and just soak it in, because a lot of the time you're just moving so fast and covering so many miles that you don't remember to really take it all in and enjoy it. And I think if you just have a day of just trail zero, I think that would be really, really sweet. I haven't even really gotten the chance to do it. I might have taken like a handful, but I can't even remember. I just wish that I had taken more, and I will take more trail zeros in the future, for sure. So, trail zeros. For this one, it kind of goes back to the take pictures of people thing and meeting people. I would say buddy up with somebody, because it will save you money if you do that. When you get to town and you want to get a nice room in a hotel or something, you know, you're tired of staying in bunk rooms in a hostel and you just want an actual hotel room where you get privacy for the night, the buddy system is the way to go. Splitting those costs, hell, even if you got 4 friends and it's not that private, I mean, you can get cheaper rooms if you just split it among groups of friends, and that will save you a lot of money in the long run. When I was hiking by myself, it was tough, because every time I got somewhere, I was flipping the bill for everything 100%. And that costs a lot of money. You know, I was really happy to finally meet back up with a crew that I could split the cost with. So I would definitely say buddy up if you can. Next thing I would say is unplug. That is right. Just unplug. Disconnect your devices. Turn them off. You know, don't listen to music. Don't look at your phone. Don't even take pictures. Do it on a trail zero day or something. Just take a day without any electronic interference, because I think that will just help revive the soul, and I think that that'll really put things into perspective for you. And if not, hey, at least that was one day of your life that you're not looking down at a screen or plugged into something. So unplug. My next one is document better. Document your hike better. Take more notes. When I first started the Appalachian Trail, I had no intention of shooting a documentary about it. And I'm really glad that I did shoot a documentary. But even that, I still didn't document the hike as well as I wish I could have. In the beginning, I had started a journal where I would say what day it was, where I slept, or where I started the day, how many miles I walked, and where I ended the day. And then I had a little list of notes that I took about that day, like somebody fell in the creek, or we saw a deer, or something like that. It was So for the first, few weeks of my Appalachian Trail hike, actually it was almost a month I think, I had a detailed journal talking about exactly what happened. And it's really cool to look back on that and just see what was happening, because you share a lot of your mental thoughts too. Plus, it acts as a stress reliever, in my opinion. Talking about, oh, this, that, the other, happened today, blah, 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 I'm grumpy about it. It helps you vent and makes you stronger mentally, in my opinion. So not only will you be glad that you documented it more when you're done, but it'll help you while you hike. A lot of people, they're gonna say you're gonna be too tired to do that. You're probably right, and I was. That's why I stopped doing it most of the time. But I wish I just, sucked it up a little bit more and spent like 20 minutes at the end of each day writing stuff down or typing it in to my phone notes or something like that. So, document more. Last but not least, buy on a budget. Say it with me. Buy on a budget. And the reason I say that is because a lot of times people that go into hiking think, oh, I need to get that, breathable, dry wick, whatever, t-shirt, boxers, long sleeve, hat, whatever, when you can probably just go down to your local Goodwill and buy the same thing for like $3. Same types of material. Look at fabrics and things like that. Look at the materials for things. You don't need like some fancy schmancy Ray-Bans or Oakley glasses. Go get a $5 gas station pair of sunglasses. You're gonna break them anyway, probably, or lose them. So you don't have to have the latest and greatest brand new everything. You can find gear on gear swaps and things like that, Facebook groups and forums and things that are designed for people trying to sell old gear that's perfectly fine to people like you that should be buying on a budget in the first place. So you can definitely save a lot of money in your, on a tent or a hammock or this, that, and the other through one of these gear swaps. A lot of people will post pictures of the gear, so I would definitely try to save money that way. So buy on a budget on your gear. A sleeping pad, unless it's inflatable, fuck it. Spend the $30 on a Thermarest Z-Lite. I don't know. But that's about it. And if you don't want to sleep in somebody else's like old funky sleeping bag, I wouldn't blame you there. But whatever. To each his own. If you get it dry cleaned, you should be all right. Aside from, let's see, clothes, gear, food, I would save. Okay, first of all, never shop at the grocery store hungry. And this applies to life in general. Just don't do it. If you're hungry, the last thing you need to do is go into the grocery store. Eat before you go to the grocery store. Because when you go into that grocery store hungry, everything looks good to you. You're going to be buying stuff that 2 weeks from now you is going to be craving. You don't need those Thai peanut noodles. You don't need that $5 Thai peanut noodle pack. You can make your own little ghetto Thai peanut noodles. Get some ramen noodles. It's like 30 cents a pack in a jar of peanut butter. Boom. Thai peanut noodles. So keep that in mind. You can definitely shop frugally, and I think I'm going to have to make a video about this on how to get camping gear, food, all that stuff on the cheap, because it is doable, people. So don't be that guy going in, or girl going into the grocery store hungry, because that's not going to end well for you. It's just not going to end well for your wallet. Okay, so that does it for this video. I just want to say thank you for watching, and because everybody's been so loyal as the following, I'm going to start holding a couple contests. I've partnered up with a company and they're giving me a bunch of free stuff, and I figured instead of keeping it, I could just talk about it and then give it away to you guys. So stay tuned, got a bunch of exciting stuff on the way, and yeah, I think I'm going to have to go shoot that buy on a budget video next. So see you guys soon. Happy trails.